I grew up in Zana. It's a hill, and my parents' house wasn't up top the hill, somewhere mid-hill. And the farther up you go on the hill, the richer the people are. So we weren't badly off, but we were at the top. And up on the hill was a house that I admired the most. They didn't have a fence, but they had dogs and guards and a lush green compound. In my home, we have fruit trees. We have avocados, mangoes, jackfruit, and matoke. That's not a fruit. But we have trees at my father's house. These guys had the same thing, but they had pomegranates, they had apple trees. For my testimony, I had to go back and prove if they actually had apple trees. I didn't see them. Maybe this was Eden for me when I was growing up. I remember when I was 6, after my primary 3, I went for a football match there. You could check those facts. I don't know if I was 6, but my primary 3, we had to go back to play a football match. I had never been allowed to this place, so I went for the very first time, and I was on the host side's team. The ball came to me, and I had to make an impression. I kicked it so hard, I cracked a window at the expensive people's house. All I could think about was my mom's going to kill me, my mom's going to kill me. As soon as it cracked, something happens when bad moments are happening. Time slows down. I saw the ball going. I knew he was going to crack the window, so I prepared to turn around. As soon as it cracked, it was like, get ready, get set, go. Down the hill I went, and I remember I went through the gate, left it open, through the kitchen, left it open to my parents' house where we kept the Bible, and I opened my Good News Bible. I don't remember what Psalms I read, but it had a prayer for help, and that was the first time I encountered the Word of God. So I made sure I opened the Bible so that my tears go into the Bible, so God knows how sorry I am, like, God, save me. Well, long story short, somehow, miraculously, my mom didn't come back home for 3 days. So these people came and kept knocking, where's your mother? He's not around, where's your mother? And then I realized God actually answers prayers, and he works. That was the first time. My name is Mutungi Jonathan. I am a second born of 3, with the eldest being a lady, Josephine, and the youngest being Jeremiah. I met another brother, Jeremiah, here, so I'm grateful for that. I love singing, I love rapping, I love poetry, I love to read. Not so much lately. I want to watch more than I read. My mother died when I was 9 years old, and prior to her death, she always pushed me I was a Catholic, to follow through with my catechism. And every time I got over a stage, I saw how much it made her happy. So when she passed on, I made it a point to pursue Jesus Christ as a way of honoring her memory, but also I think it made me feel like this would make mommy happy. After she passed on, I met a lady. My dad met a lady. I didn't meet her. Her name is Macrine. She is a journalist, and at that point, she was working with the UN. She set the bar so high. No translated movies in my house. Yes, Mom. We would read more than we watched. Our watch hours were limited. She taught me everything I know, taught me how to walk with my head high, how to speak and be articulate, how to stand up for myself. And I named her Mac Angel because at some point in my senior 1, I thought I was going to invent a supercomputer. So I said, I'll call it Mac Angel and dedicate it to my mother. Well, I'm here, not yet created that. At some point, her and my dad split due to irreconcilable differences. And that's the first time I got a taste of freedom, because she was like Nanny McPhee. I don't know if you know her, but she kept really tight, strict standards. And then when she was out of the picture, I had a taste of freedom. That meant I could go out as late as I wanted. I could watch whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And let's say I let life touch me, maybe a little too inappropriately, yes. And at that point in my life, fast forward 2020, while I walked this journey, I still had contact with her. I was pursuing a degree. And my mind, 2020 caused me to pause, as I'm sure it did everyone. And I'm like, do I really want to do this course? Like, nah, this is Mom's course. So I text her and I'm like, Mom, I don't want to do this. And it broke her heart, but I still didn't want to do it anyway. And 4 years down the road, I had nothing to show for my decision of, I thought I was going to be a business person, an entrepreneur or whatsoever, and there was nothing to show. In those 4 years, I met a friend, and this friend gave me an illusion of independence. We walked life together for 4 years, and life was good, really, as per those standards. And but it didn't work out. At some point, that friend of mine felt like I was not the right person to be friends with, and they left. Their leaving shattered me. It broke me in ways I was not sure. Pretty much, I think it opened my eyes to the lie, that the illusion that I had created, that I was living life and everything was okay. So all I could notice at that time were the holes that were in my life. I'm ill-educated. It was frustrating because growing up, my mother and my mom always told me I had great potential, and you can't tell me otherwise, even up to date. I always feel like I can do better, I can achieve this, I can do that, because that's what they fed me. But my life, my evidence, the things that I was seeing weren't matching what I was told. I was depressed, I was shattered, because I felt I had light inside of me, but no one was seeing it, and no one maybe will ever see it. I remember I came for a picnic here with some friends. She's called Peggy. And after the picnic, she introduced me to radio. She was presenting at Radio ABC. She's like, would you be interested in presenting in radio? At that time, I had nothing going for me. I only had two places to be, my home and my church. So yeah, definitely, I'll go to radio. Radio is where I express myself. I talk so much, and there are no rules, no restrictions. Airtime, oh my God, like, that's so cool. And I just kept talking and talking and talking and talking. But the day that I came to drop my CV for radio, I love radio, I appreciate radio, guys. The day that I came to drop my CV for radio, I had a conversation with David, the lecturer, I think he teaches research, about ABU and the prospect of me coming here. And a few hours, no, actually 40-something minutes later, I was seated with the assistant registrar, and we were talking about how it would be possible, why it would work, and what I needed to do. And yeah, a week later, I had handed in my application for African Bible University. African Bible University for me is a redemption plan, or a chance, my chance to thank God for not letting me rot, or not letting the light inside of me go down. I remember when I was being interviewed, they asked me what my future plans were, and I said, I want to be the guy who advises the president. Well, after a few months here, guys, I want to be the president. I don't, I don't want to advise the president. Something about this atmosphere is amazing. I see different kinds of people here, and I learn from each and every one of you. I love to teach, and I hope I can teach you something while I'm here, but most important for me is I want to learn. I want to soak it all in as much as I can. My broader vision, aside from being president, that's God's will, is I want to start up a school. I often said I wanted to start up a school for smart kids, but after a few interactions with people here, I'm interested in a classical education system, American classical education. I think it's amazing. I want to start up a school and have that kind of system. Yeah. After all is said and done, I know that God is with me. He cares for me and He loves me. I don't know who I am that He's so mindful of me, that He cares for me, and I am forever grateful. I like to conclude with, the Lord is my shepherd, to feed, to shield, to guide. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in fresh, tender green pastures. He leads me beside still, restful waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness, uprightness, and right standing with Him, not for my earning it, but for His name's sake. Yes, though I walk through the dark, sunless valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for You are with me. Your rod to protect and Your staff to guide, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. My brimming cup, it runs over. Surely, goodness. Hey, You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I love God, and I always will. Thank you very much.